This is a debrief of task 3 of the first sample assessment for cash and financial management. We're told that J Limited has prepared a cash budget for the next financial period. A number of changes have occurred since the budget was prepared. So we need to identify which one of the following is controllable by J Limited. So the first one is a change in the rate of taxation. Well, that's not controlled by the company, is it? The rate of taxation will be set by government. Then a change in the selling price of product A. So we don't know what J Limited does. For some things, the price is set by the market or sometimes set by government. So don't know about that one. And then for the third one, a change in the demand for the product. So that's not controllable by the company, is it? Because the demand depends on the customers. So of these three choices, then the selling price is the one that is the most plausible answer. Then the next part, product A is currently sold for £51 per unit. All sales are cash based and the figures included in the cash budget totals 9,384,000 for 200,000 units, after allowing for an average cash discount. So we need to calculate the current average cash discount as a percentage of the sales price before the discount. And we need to enter our answer to 1 decimal place. And that's important because a computer is marking this and the computer will only recognize the format specified in the question. So you need to make sure you put it to 1 decimal place or you risk losing a mark. Okay, so we know then that we've sold 200,000 units, and ordinarily we would sell those for £51 each. So that would give us a total income of 10,200,000. But we only actually receive 9,384,000. So if we take that 9,384,000 and divide by the selling price before the discount, then that gives us that this 9 million is 92% of the pre-discount sales price. So that tells us that our discount must be 8.0%. We're then told, due to increased competition, the cash budget needs to be amended, and the sales manager identified 3 possible options. So option 1, we decrease the selling price by 5%. And remember the idea of supply and demand. If the price goes down, we'd expect it to be a more attractive price and therefore more people will buy. So they think that the volume will increase by 6%. And then for option 2, they think that the selling price will decrease by 10%, and so we expect selling volume to go up by 7.5%. And then option 3, that there's no change. And then in the last row, it tells us the average cash discount. So in option 1, no change to that. But in option 2, they think there's going to be a decrease by 4%. So remember, we're offering an 8% at the moment for a discount. So we're going to go down to 4% for that. And then for option 3, we're going to increase that by 2%. That's going to go up to 10% then, isn't it? So where should we start with this? In terms of our exam technique, the best place to start will be for option 3. Because in option 3, there's no change to the price and no change to the volume. So our original sales price, then we're expecting it to be 10,200,000. Remember, that's the number we worked out here. And we're expecting the cash discount to increase to 10%. So if we take 10% off that sales price, then that means we would be expecting cash of 9,180,000. Okay, let's clarify how we did that. So we want to reduce that by 10%, so we're multiplying by 90%, or in your calculator you could be multiplying by 0.9. Okay, so there's option 3 done, where we have the least change. Okay, let's go back to option 1 now. So here we're expecting a decrease of 5% in the selling price. Okay, so that means we can take our 10,200,000 and if we decrease the selling price by 5%, so we need to multiply that by 0.95, but we also need to increase the volume by 6%, so we can multiply by 1.06. And so that gives us a total expected income of 10,271,400. Now remember, we're giving an 8% cash discount, so we multiply by 92%, and that will give us our 9,449,688. So remember, we're applying an 8% cash discount here, so we're multiplying by 0.92. And then for option 2, so we're expected to decrease the selling price by 10%. So what we want to do now is we start off with our 10,200,000, but we want to reduce the price by 10%. So we're going to multiply by 0.9, and we're expecting the volume to increase by 7.5%. So we're going to multiply by 1.075. So if we do that, we have an expected income of 9,868,500. And remember, in this case, we're going to reduce our cash discount by 4%. So we're only giving a 4% discount. And therefore, we're going to multiply that figure by 0.96. And that's going to give us cash receipts of 9,473,760. And then part D asks us to recommend which option we should go for. Well, which of these will give us the most amount of cash? Well, option 2 gives us the most amount of cash, so we should go for option 2.